Hey there, and welcome to HisTime365. I'm so glad you're here for day 151 of our 365-day journey through the Bible. Today, we'll look at Psalms 12 through 14, and I'll walk you through what happens, what it means, and why it matters. I'll share a summary and some insight to help you see the big picture and connect with the heart of the scripture. During your quiet time, I encourage you to read today's lesson in a Bible translation that speaks to you best. Now, grab a quiet moment, take a deep breath, and let's spend a few minutes giving God His time. Finding truth and trust in uncertain times. Have you ever felt surrounded by deceit and confusion? In our journey through life, we often encounter moments when truth seems to vanish, just like the mist in the morning sun. Today, we dive into Psalms 12 to 14, where King David expresses heartfelt cries for help, reflecting our own struggles in a world that sometimes feels lost. In Psalm 12, David begins by lamenting the decline of truthfulness among people. He feels like he's in a sinking ship, surrounded by deceitful tongues and flattering lips. David pleads for the Lord to help, stating that the faithful fail from among the children of men in Psalms 12:1. It's a stark reminder that even in our modern lives, we can feel the weight of dishonesty around us. Think about your workplace, where coworkers might stretch the truth to climb the corporate ladder, or social media, where people craft perfect images while hiding their struggles. David finds solace in the promise that God will protect and preserve the faithful. He asserts that the Lord will arise and speak to the oppressed, assuring them of His presence and care. This echoes our own experiences when we feel overwhelmed. For instance, if you've ever faced a tough situation where honesty was lacking, it can be comforting to remember that God sees all and is ready to intervene. Moving to Psalm 13, we see a deeply personal plea from David. He questions how long he must endure his struggles, feeling forgotten by God. "How long wilt thou forget me?" he cries out in Psalm 13:1. This resonates with many of us who have faced seasons of doubt or despair. Perhaps you felt alone during a challenging time, like a family crisis or a financial setback. David's raw honesty invites us to be real with God about our feelings and frustrations. However, amid his anguish, David reminds himself to trust in God's mercy. He shifts from despair to hope, declaring, "I will sing unto the Lord," in Psalm 13:6, even in the face of adversity. This serves as a powerful lesson for us. Consider moments in your life, such as when you faced a mental health challenge or a significant loss. Shifting focus from our troubles to gratitude can change our perspective significantly. It's like a light breaking through the clouds. Lastly, Psalm 14 paints a picture of human folly and the consequences of turning away from God. David observes that the fool hath said in his heart, "There is no God," in Psalm 14:1. It's a stark reminder that ignoring the divine leads to moral decay and chaos. In today's world, we see the impact of this truth in various aspects of life, such as the growing divides in society and the erosion of ethical standards. David concludes by emphasizing the hope that comes from God's salvation, stating that the Lord is their refuge in Psalm 14:6. This assurance can be our anchor during difficult times. In our daily lives, whether it's navigating personal relationships or facing societal challenges, we can find refuge in God's promises. When we feel overwhelmed, turning to Him can provide the comfort and guidance we need. As we reflect on Psalms 12 to 14, we are reminded of the importance of seeking truth and embracing faith, even when circumstances seem bleak. Life's challenges may cloud our vision, but we can always turn to God, who is faithful and true. In the midst of uncertainty, let us seek the truth and trust in God's unwavering presence. How do you handle situations where you feel surrounded by dishonesty? In what ways can we encourage each other to be more honest and faithful in our communities? How can we apply David's example of shifting from despair to gratitude in our lives today? Thanks so much for joining me today for HisTime365. Remember, today's reading is Psalms 12 to 14, so be sure to spend some time with those verses during your quiet time. Tomorrow we'll be diving into Psalms 15 to 17, so feel free to read ahead if you like to prepare. If you enjoyed this time together, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so that you never miss a day on this journey. I'll see you right back here tomorrow for day 152. Until then, stay encouraged, and thank you for giving God His time.